Our fourth award this evening, Sporting Champion, sponsored by Bridport Leisure Centre and to be presented by Luke Hayter. This was one of the most difficult categories in which to choose a winner. West Dorset is awash with brilliant sportsmen and women and administrators, with some very talented young sporting youngsters waiting in the wings. Our sporting champion this evening is a very special man indeed. 73-year-old, no less. A fitness fanatic. Indeed, an adrenaline junkie, who also happens to be virtually blind. He has lived in Bridport for 4 years and has no sight in his left eye and only 2% sight in his right, albeit in shadow form only. An ex-paratrooper, his sight started to deteriorate after falling from the sky and landing in a tree. But in the face of adversity, he is an example to younger sports enthusiasts in that he is totally committed to fitness, proving that all adversaries can be overcome. In 2008 he trained with the GP team in the Paralympics, sailing a 3-man dinghy with a double amputee and another crew member suffering from cerebral palsy. A truly inspirational sportsman. Ladies and gentlemen, the West Dorset Local Sporting Champion is David Wrighton.
Well, my name's Luke Hayter from Bridport Leisure Centre, and I actually thought I was a fitness fanatic up until about a year ago when I first met David himself. And this bloke is actually outstanding in the gym. He comes probably about, would you say, about 3-4 times a week?
4 times a week.
Yeah, and you've also run the London Marathon twice. Yeah. Doubling me already.
Yeah.
And I hope I can be as fit as him when I'm his age as well. So, without further ado, I'd like to pass you over to David.
Right, thanks. Well, I'd like to thank my sponsors, Leisure Centre, who I rely on mainly, and all the instructors are here on the table with me, who keep me up to standard fitness. Also, also on the water and off the water is my new gig club members, who the 2 really sailing champions are over there, and they keep their eye on me to make sure that I'm rowing the right way up. Right. So I'd like to thank everybody who's had a hand in presenting this award, and also for the newspapers for setting us such a thing up like this. Thank you.
And now to award number 5, our Emergency Worker Champion, which is sponsored by the splendid Hive Beach Cafe down at Burton Bradstock and presented by Steve Attrell. When the call comes, they never fail us. No matter what time of day or night, no matter what the conditions. What sort of society would we live in without those brave firefighters, lifeboat crew and coast guards? And what about those they leave behind to worry and fret? Just listen to Sally Malpass, wife of Rob Malpass, 36 years of Coast Guard and the former station officer at West Bay for 10 years. This is what she said. I returned from shopping yesterday to find a note from my husband saying, I'm on a shout, unexploded bomb on West Bay Beach. Most wives would have thrown a complete wobbly. But I just made a cup of tea and thought, oh, I wonder if he'll be back for lunch. Sounds strange, I know. But after 36 years of my husband being an auxiliary Coast Guard, not much phases me. I could fill the next 2 hours with description of Rob's bravery and service to the Coast Guards over the years, rescuing dogs and walkers from the cliffs, assisting the lifeboat crews and getting hypothermia in the process, recovering bodies from the sea. Along the way, he has witnessed much tragedy. Such has been his service that Rob is the only auxiliary Coast Guard in Britain to have received the Honorary Commodore's Award from Prince Charles, no less. The final word goes to wife Sally. In my eyes, he is the most dedicated and courageous man I have ever known, even though he leaves me all over the place when the bleep, bleep, bleep goes off. Ladies and gentlemen, your applause please for the West Dorset Local Champions. And decorated Coast Guard Robert Malpass.
It gives me a great honour this evening to give Bob this award. I've known Bob too many years. Not only socially but through business, and also down at the beach most weekends in his nice bright blue boarding suit, and also done many shouts on Burton Beach. So it gives me a great honour, Bob, to give you this award, and congratulations.
Well, thank you, Steve, for proposing me for your fantastic high beach down there, which we all love and use. Thank you for the paper, for putting all this on. Again, very well done. And I feel humbled to be up here in such worthy company as getting awards tonight. And I'd like to say a special thank you as well to my wife and family who back me all the time. As it's just been read out, it can't be easy. It's easier for me, I just up and go. And I'd also like to say I am just a member of a team as well. It's not just me, there are 12 auxiliary Coast Guards at West Bay, and everybody's got the same enthusiasm and ability as I have. But I'd just like to say thank you to everybody for such a very nice night. Thank you very much.
Arts Champion, number 6, sponsored by Yard of Dorchester and presented by Vicky Fernihan. This was the category that received the most nominations, dozens in fact, and they were still rolling in up to yesterday, long after the deadline had closed. This just goes to show what a diverse range of talented individuals there are in West Dorset. Artists, actors, impresarios, singers, choreographers, poets. The list is endless, and their contribution to our community brings much light relief and laughter to our otherwise busy lives. One man stood out among the rest. In the 1980s, Peter Hitchin opened the West Dorset Arts School, a residential arts community that nursed many artists who to this day contribute to the ongoing wealth of artistic talent in Bridport. But it was in 2003 that Peter took on his greatest challenge, rescuing the Electric Palace from extinction. The palace had been the hub of the Bridport art scene since 1926, and during the 1950s it even housed an ice rink. But with so many other forms of entertainment available, by the new millennium the palace was in real danger of final closure. Against all odds, and without any public funding, Peter independently restored and reopened the Electric Palace, giving the venue its reputation back as being one of the most exciting live entertainment venues in the south. The Electric Palace continues today with Peter's philosophy of entertainment for all, playing host to a hugely mixed programme of comedy, film, music, children's shows, opera, theatre and cabaret, bringing top names and top acts to West Dorset. The West Dorset Local Arts Champion, ladies and gentlemen, is Peter Hitchin. Unfortunately, Peter can't be with us tonight but the award will be accepted by his daughter Gabby.
Thank you.
It's a great pleasure to give Gabby this award on behalf of her dad, Peter. I'm a real supporter of businesses that do something different in a community. I think we're a small business, quite new business, that's trying to do something a little bit different, and I think if we can share some of the success that you've seen over the last 10 years, that would be great, and I hope that you guys continue in what you're doing. It's brilliant, and I hear lots of really good things about it. So, thank you very much. Thank you.
Sorry that he couldn't be here this evening. He's on holiday and he booked it to go yesterday, but he was absolutely delighted with this award, and he asked me to pass on his sincere thanks and a huge thank you to the View From. They've been such a support to us over the last 3 years and regularly publish features and supportive articles, so they're a huge help to us. Thank you also to Yard, who've been so generous to sponsor this award.
Thank you.
And also Dad wanted me to mention the art scene in West Dorset and how strong the arts scene is in West Dorset, and how often you hear people talking about it, what a thriving arts community it is. And it's important not to forget that and to keep supporting it. So we'd also like to thank all the audiences and everyone that comes to the comedy, the music, the theatre, and everything else. So thank you very much, and I'll pass this on to Dad. Thank you.